Here we go.
Awesome. So I don't know how much you guys know about the coaching system out there. I realized that there were some major things broken with the coaching system out there. And so I'll kind of take you on a backstory. In 2016, I was a struggling relationship coach, and I found myself buying course after course after course after course, all trying to learn how to market myself, how to do the tech, how to do webinars, how to do group coaching, how to do membership programs, how to do everything. And it's very common for coaches to go out there to build their business. They have to learn how to do marketing. They have to learn how to do tech. And it is a super expensive, excruciating in my point, long learning curve of marketing and tech. And so I saw all of these other coaches going through the same programs as I was. And each one of these programs are several $1,000s, right? And what I realized is all of us coaches weren't actually coaching. All we're doing is spending our money on all of these marketing programs to learn how to market ourselves, stand out from the crowd, how to talk to our ideal client and stuff like that. And we were all frustrated. And then I was being taught to charge $1,000 a month as a new relationship coach. And it didn't really sit well with me. And I was trying to trust the process, considering, the person I'm learning from was successful and I was not. So I'm all, okay, I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna see if this works, right? So I'm on these phone calls with these people on the verge of divorce, and they're an emotional wreck. And I'm supposed to say, I would love to try and help you save your marriage. But for one, I can't guarantee it, because you can't guarantee that with two people. And for two, I have to charge you $1,000 a month on top of all of the stress that you're going through. And I just felt dirty doing that. And so all of these things kind of came into play. And what I realized is, all of the coaches were spending all of our money on the marketing, on the tech, and not getting anywhere, beating our heads against the computer, basically. And then we're forcing the coaching prices to go up so high that it eliminates most people from getting the coaching that they wanted. And so, I just figured something is totally wrong with this whole system. I was a frustrated coach, and I was the one that wanted coaching. And me offering coaching at $1,000 a month, at that time, I was a single mom, 2016. I had two little girls, and it wouldn't have mattered how desperately I wanted that coaching. There's no way I could have afforded it, yet I'm being taught to charge that kind of money. And so it's like, okay, how can we help the situation? How could we help coaches show up and just coach in their genius? And how can we make it available for anybody to get all of the coaching that they wanted, and it's not going to break them, right? And so I actually wanted to create a membership platform, and I'm going to share my screen and kind of go over all of the aspects of Only the Inspired. So let me make that smaller. Okay, so Only the Inspired, it is a coaching platform for coaches to just show up in your genius, right? I believe that people should show up and just do what they're amazing at, right? If we can have other people do what they're amazing at and kind of all work together, that would be beautiful. But so in the typical coaching realm, there's a lot of us creatives, right? There's some people that are amazing with marketing, but a lot of us are, passion driven, people helping driven, and we the tech and the marketing overwhelms us. So what if we could have a coaching platform where instead of it being competition, it is collaboration? So I don't know if you've ever read the book Blue Ocean Strategies. It talks about how all business, especially in the coaching arena, everything's a red ocean, right? Everybody's fighting for their customers. Everybody's fighting for their space. And how to stick out from the crowd, that kind of thing. So if you flip that on its head and we do collaboration versus competition, now we're all working together for a common goal. And the common goal, in my opinion, is to help as many people as we want. At $1,000 a month, I'm sorry, you're drastically limiting how many people you could help with coaching, because not everybody has $1,000 a month. So I created this platform for the cost of one coaching session. You could get access to 20 plus coaches at the moment, and that's going to expand as we go. And it's in every aspect of your life, right? So we have business coaching, trauma coaching, relationship coaching, life, health, parenting coaching. And you get everything unlimited. And I'll show you all of the aspects of this. And so here's just some of the topics that we have on life coaching, trauma coaching, relationships, health, and then business, right? And I need to actually update this. We have lots more topics on business. But so Only the Inspired is really multifaceted. There's nothing else out there like it. And I want to go through all of the aspects of Only the Inspired and why it's different, how it's going to help everybody who actually gets the coaching, and how it's actually going to help the coaches who are a coach on the platform. Because I believe that we're all connected, and it's also coaches need the coaching too. So I'm just going to show you how everything works and how it empowers absolutely everybody. And I love this model. So when I came up with this idea in 2016, it was really courses, right? I wanted to have courses on the site, but I didn't want it to be a course taking platform. I wanted all of the courses on here to be connected with live Q&A with the coach, right? I think it's really important to make sure that people succeed at whatever the course is, right? Whatever the goal of the course is, I want to empower people to actually achieve whatever that goal was. And I didn't want this to be another course taking platform, right? And then in 2020, August of 2020, I did a 70 coach summit right before I launched this the first time. And what I realized is all of those coaches, they were absolutely amazing, but only a small percentage of them had recorded courses. And it's like, okay, well, let's just be able to offer live group coaching where it's not pre-recorded. And then I actually fell in love with that idea, right? Because there's some coaching that you really can't have in pre-recorded modules, right? So trauma coaching, relationship coaching, where you're actually, finding out what the person needs, what they're struggling with, and then you go into that coaching session with all those people. Another beautiful thing about live group coaching. So all the coaching on this platform is group coaching. That's the way it makes it more affordable, but group coaching has so many more benefits to it, right? So somebody else is going to ask a question that you would have never thought of. And it's going to make the light bulbs just set off in your head. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that they asked that question. I heard the coaching that they were getting, and oh my gosh, that just expanded my view. And then at the same time, a lot of times when we're struggling with things, we think that we're the only one going through that. So when you have a live group coaching and you get all these people in one room, you realize I'm not alone. I'm not the only one going through this. And then you have that community, that collaboration of working together and actually growing together, which is amazing. So in masterminds, so in my experience, you could spend $20,000 on a coaching program to help you launch your business. And sometimes those groups are so big. If you are lucky enough to be able to ask a question about your own personal business in a Q&A, you might get 5 minutes of their time. And then you're kind of stuck in a Zoom room with other coaches who don't know what they're doing. And we're just as lost as them, right? And then don't post any links, no self-promotion, and don't contact anybody in our group. So if you are not allowed to ask the question on your own personal business, or if you only have a teeny window of time, and then you can't really promote, you can't do anything like that, that leaves you feeling like you're still stuck on your own. And then it might make you want to seek out more coaching or more courses because you never got your questions answered. So Masterminds here is really taking that personal time to focus on each one of our businesses, right? So even if you have so many different marketing coaches, marketing to who and how are you doing that? Or, we all have our own niche. We all have something that's different. And so we really need that personal time to actually help us with our own business. And that's really what the masterminds are for. And then the like-minded people. So this is twofold. At first, if you're used to the coaching arena, they tell you to find your avatar, right? Find your ideal client. And at first, I'm a relationship coach. I want to work with everybody. And then what I realized is there were several people that I was working with, coaching, that had absolutely no intention on doing any of the work. They just wanted me to tell their partner that they were wrong. And I realized immediately, okay, you are not my people. I wanted to work with the people who were committed to making their relationship better, making their health better, making their life, their business, everything better. I wanted the ones that were determined to do the work to make their life as good as they could. And so that's part of where Only the Inspired came from. And the other part is I'm a huge Tony Robbins fan. And so I would come home from a Tony Robbins event and I'm just totally excited about life, right? I was just surrounded by 8,000 people going, hell yes, we could do anything in our world, right? We can make anything happen in our life. And there's so much energy. And then I'll come home and nobody around me understands what I'm doing. Nobody understands why I would walk on hot coals. Nobody understands email funnels or lead pages or anything like that. It felt like I was almost speaking a different language, and it became very lonely. And when I would actually talk about how I really want to help change the world, it was like I'm talking to people who don't understand me at all. And so I wanted to create a space of all the big thinkers, of all the people who are determined to make their life better. They're determined to make an impact, and that could literally be in their own family, that could be in their community, or that could be in the world, right? I wanted to bring together all the people who understood, who said, I want to come out of my cubicle job and do something that I'm actually passionate about. And then have you be surrounded by these people going, okay, how do we help you get there? And a lot of people don't have that support at home or where people even understand what you're doing. And so I really wanted to have that like-minded people, that community, and that's where Only the Inspired came from. And so by collaborating all of these coaches with all of these amazing different talents, skills, and abilities, and decades of experience, we can have amazing challenges and events. And wouldn't it be nice to actually be able to do this with a whole bunch of people with different skills that you don't have? It just makes the impact so much better. And where you're not doing it on your own. And for the people attending the event, if you could have hundreds of years of experience of the teachers in those events, that would be just amazing and so powerful. And so I want to have relationship retreats and health retreats and business retreats and all sorts of cool stuff. And then we should be able to say, hey, my name is Robyn and this is what I do, and stick out your virtual hand and tell people and say, this is how I could help you and not get in trouble for actually promoting your business. And so just to make it clear, Only the Inspired is not a pitch zone. It's a pitch free zone, but you are allowed to actually say, this is what I do. And we're going to have those connection and collaboration events where you're free to actually talk about your business, even if you're a member. And I want people to grow their audience, to grow their, to grow their list, to grow their business. I want both coaches and members to be able to do that, because we're in this community together, right? And then by taking all areas of our lives and allowing people to get coaching in any area, it is so much more powerful. So, right, when we started talking, I was saying how I was charging or asking to charge $1,000 a month as a relationship coach. And what I realized is, if you've been miserable for like 3 years in your relationship, you're on the verge of divorce, most likely you've been neglecting your health. I don't know, normally when one area is super low, other areas are affected. So if somebody had to pay $1,000 a month for a relationship coaching, and now they had to get a health coach or possibly a finance coach, because the number one reason for divorce is money, that just adds up to where it's so expensive. So, but with this Netflix style, right? Members pay a monthly fee and they get access to all of the training, all of the coaching in every area. And people might come here for relationships and realize, holy moly, I need a finance coach, or I need to overcome some of the trauma in my life. And so now you're able to do that in every area to balance out your life and then to start moving forward. Sometimes we get held back by our limiting beliefs, and this is really, truly to help you overcome anything holding you back. And I have several testimonials here on, and these are all coaches, and they all talk about why they wanted to join Only the Inspired. Everybody's got a different kind of view there. And then, so I wanted to go through kind of how this helps coaches, right? So the coaches on here, we'll take Melissa Dealey, for example. All of the coaches on here, I wanted to put them on a platform in front of an audience that they never had to market to, right? That's the power of Only the Inspired. The coaches could show up and stay in their genius, no marketing, no tech. The only tech they need to know is Zoom. And so Melissa, so if she was marketing, she would market to people who needed to lose weight, people who wanted to improve their health, they wanted to improve their energy, their sleep, any of that. She would market to those people. But now she would be on this platform where people came here for business. And oh my gosh, look, there's a health coach. I haven't slept more than 4 hours in 10 years. And she has programs on how to sleep better and gut detox and all sorts of stuff. And so people will come for different reasons and then see this coach, and it wouldn't have mattered in her marketing. There's no way she would have reached them, right? So anyways, with all of the coaches, we have all of their social media. If they have podcasts, their websites, I want to encourage, obviously, if people go through Melissa's courses and they love her, I want them to follow her. I want her to get more business from that. And so I'm supporting the coaches. They're committed to doing their part on Only the Inspired, where they show up and they coach and they engage. But they might have more to offer besides that. So I have their bio, and then I have their courses, and then I interview all of the coaches on the site. And there's several reasons why I do this. So actually, a lot of these interviews were from that coach summit that I did. But there's reasons why I asked, I want people to hear how Melissa, for example, got into whatever career she was doing before and why she became a coach. I want her to talk about her struggles with her business. And I want people to resonate with her and go, oh my gosh, I was in corporate also. And I hit the wall, or I'm at total burnout where she was. And not saying that's what Melissa was, but I want people to hear what their struggles were. And I want them to see how the coaches light up when they get to talk about how they help people and what their favorite thing about their business is. Because I truly want to give people the belief that you don't have to stay in a job that doesn't fulfill you. Even if you make $100,000 or $200,000 a year, I want to give people the belief that you could live a business that fulfills every part of you. And so we have all sorts of courses on how to find your niche, how to tell your story, how to market yourself. We have relationship courses. We have all sorts of stuff. 10 keys challenges and 4 weeks to re-energize you. It goes through the whole gamut of your life, right? Your environment, your health, your detox, your nutrition, your exercise, how to run a business virtually, how to optimize your immune system. How important would that be? And so we have all sorts of recorded courses. All of these recorded courses are tied in with live Q&A. So the coach will actually show up and make sure that you have any questions answered. And then we also have all of our live coaching, right? So, and these show up in different ways. So Daniel McCrane, he's a small business coach. And so he does a 5-week roundtable. Or it's he calls it a mastermind. So each week he has a different topic. And as long as you attend 5, the whole cycle, it doesn't matter where you start, then you complete the course. This pop-up keeps coming up, sorry. And so that, he really helps small business owners, the small mom and pop. And then we have Jo Ellis, and she's the quiz queen. So she does quiz funnels and storytelling coach. So you could bring any of your copywriting stuff to her, and foundational wealth, and then moving from feeling stuck to feeling inspired. And Christina Latour she's a Christian life coach. And so I really I want to empower the coaches to actually show up in their genius and be as specific as they want to be. Right. So we have health coaches. So I have Carmel Riley, and she's an astrologer. She's a meditation coach. She is a manifestation coach. She teaches people how to do self-hypnosis. Ron Davis is a relationship coach and a life coach. And we have Wendy Hatton. She's a sales coach and LinkedIn specialist. We have the menopause guru. And so how many women are going through the change of life, right? Small business coach. We have a sales coach and a business coach, Christian life coach. So, for example, all right, so Christina Latour, she really wants to do her coaching on scripture base. And so she was afraid to actually say that because she might turn off people if the Christian base turns people off. And I say people are going to actually seek you out because of that, because there's so many people who believe in the Bible who would purposely seek out a coach that actually talked what they believe in, right? There's me. So I'm a strategic intervention. So that is what Tony Robbins teaches, and a relationship coach. She does limiting beliefs, transformational life and youth coach. She was part of the Boy Scouts for 30 plus years. Lachelle, Dr. Joyce. So she's a trauma coach. She was actually born and raised in a cult. And so her purpose in life is to actually teach other psychologists how to help people heal from being in a cult. Dwayne Crabtree, he, very successful businessman, sales coach, and he teaches on how tech overwhelm can kind of ruin your life or ruin your relationships when you're so glued to your technology. Sean Coe, he's an entrepreneur coach, just amazing. Lucia Tiffany, she talks about pre-diabetics. diabetics. Reg Linney, he is amazing. I've known him since 2014. He has taught or coached over 6 different royal families, and Richard Branson and Al Pacino and Halle Berry, and he's worked with so many people. He's absolutely phenomenal. Tiffany Hockleman, she started as a virtual assistant and now she does branding and systems, but she actually on here, she'll teach people how to hire virtual assistants. And Wasim actually is in Australia, and Australia, as you know, has been on full lockdown since COVID started. He lost everything. And so since he lost everything, now he's completely focused on crypto. He's gotten 40% of his wealth back in 6 months, and he is so passionate about it. And there was nothing you could do when you own a gym in Australia. You can't be open, you can't even leave your house. And so it's interesting to see how much that he has grown in the last couple years. And then Melissa Dealey, we also have the beautiful Jacqueline Grant, who is on this webinar with us. She is one of our coaches. Yay. So we just need to get her stuff on the site. Woo, LinkedIn queen, actually. And so I really wanted to provide a place for people to get all of the coaching that they need. It shouldn't be a privileged thing. It shouldn't all be high ticket. If you know anything about the coaching realm out there, everybody's forcing high ticket, so we can work less and still make the same kind of money. Well, that only takes away from the people who want the coaching, and coaches by ourselves, and we all know what coaching is. We get the coaching too, which is the super exciting part. As a coach, you get the coaching also. So let me go over a little bit about what it would mean to be a coach on the site. Welcome, Dominique. So to be a coach on the site, this is a totally different model than anything out there, right? So the Netflix style is different model. For the members, it's 2 weeks free, $127 a month, and they get access to everything. They get access to all of the live coaching, all of the recorded courses, all of the masterminds, all that kind of stuff. For the coaches, it's $197 a month. And so what I do is I take most of that money and put it right back into marketing, right? So the coaches don't have to market themselves. Other platforms, they have their courses on there, and then they still have to market themselves. This one, they don't. We do the marketing for them, but it is a collaboration, right? So a collaboration of basically marketing dollars, and then we market for each one of the coaches and the courses. So it's so much easier to actually know what your coaches are and what they coach on, and then to market that than to have people show up and go, okay, I want this kind of coaching, and not have that kind of coaching on there. But anyways, so for the coaches, we have a revenue share model. So it was really my intention to support the coaches in showing up on this platform, but a big part of what coaches are missing out there is that consistent revenue, right? So in the blue ocean, you don't have to worry about only if somebody finds your course or your coaching, that's the only time you make money. On this, so I take 30% of all of the membership fees, and I basically divide that up and pay the coaches. So they have an ongoing income coming in. And that was really important to me because I was, remember, the struggling coach. And so I wanted to create that either supplemental or full-time income for the coaches. And they're showing up, and it's a very low time commitment for the coaches. They show up, they stay in their genius, they help the community a little bit here and there, and then they get a consistent money coming in. And then we also have an affiliate program for if you were to refer either a member or a coach, you get 25% commission every single month that person is a member. And so I wanted to take away all of the excuses of, I can't afford it. I'd love to get the coaching, but I can't afford it, because I've been in that position several times. So now, even just with the affiliate program, if you were to refer 10 people, that's a car payment, right? If you were to refer, 20 something people, then that could be a house payment for you. So I wanted to support as many people as possible. And then we also have charities. So we are taking a certain percentage of all the income and putting that back into charities, because I think by collaborating all together, we can make such a bigger impact, right? We're part of a team. There's no competition. It's so amazing to be on the site and somebody came to you for relationship coaching. And it's like, I really need to expand my business and I'd like to use LinkedIn. When now I could say, well, go see Jacqueline or go see Wendy. They could both help you with that. And it's no skin off of my back, right? It's not like I'm losing anybody because that's not my skill anyways. And now I could send them to several coaches on the site and it doesn't cost them a dime more, which is awesome. So yeah. Does anybody have any questions? Did I lose anybody? Was it confusing at all? Tony, Blake, Dominique, anybody have any questions?
I don't have any questions. This is Tony, by the way, but I love your system and everything because I'm a veteran, and once I got out of the military and started to try to open a business and things of that nature, it was kind of hard for me to really just before the business and everything like that. It took me like 2 to 3 years just to transition back into being a civilian again. So that was tough because I didn't really have, you don't really have the support as a civilian like you do when you're in the military from anybody. And it was really tough. It was kind of like, the civilians are like me. And the military is always like a team type thing, for the mission. And, I was like you, just trying to, see how I can, work a job, trying to transition out of the job and everything like this, trying to find people, expertise and everything. But everybody is asking, you got to give an arm and a leg, to talk to them and everything like that. So I went through a lot of that, went through a lot of frustration and everything. And finally got my footing and everything like that. I've been in the financial services business since 2001. I actually help businesses get funding. It's alternative funding and everything for their businesses if they don't qualify for funds at a bank or something like that. So I thought it was a big need that way because a lot of people, when they're having startups, it's hard for them to, they don't have any business credit or anything like that. So I try to, help them find other ways of getting funding and things of that nature. So I saw a big gap that was, for people that could get, qualify for lending and everything like this. And so I started that up. Also, I see, I'm in the process of starting a nonprofit, and I want to try to help the homeless and homeless veterans and everything like that to house them. And I wanted something like how you already put together, where, they need their mindsets changed and they need coaching. And, nobody is, a lot of homeless people go through a lot of turmoil in life and things of that nature. So this right here is really good because if my nonprofit, if I set up a business center in the housing for them, then they could go and log on and everything like this. They can get all the help and everything like this to help them through different parts of their life. And if they want to, just uplift themselves and things of that nature without me having to be there all the time, they could log in. I have Wi-Fi in every place and things of that nature. So I think this is a great tool, and I really appreciate you putting it together. When I saw this, that's the reason why I wanted to be on this call, because I've gone through, trying to get automation and everything like this for my business and all of that. And like you say, everything is hard. You got to try to learn this type of software. You got to try to learn marketing and all the hoopla and everything. So I see a big value in it. So now I'm off my soapbox.
No, I appreciate that. Well, and not only learn all the marketing and all the tools, you have to pay for all the tools too.
Exactly.
And just throwing it out there, Miss Jacqueline Grant right here has lots of experience with nonprofits.
Oh, great.
I wanted to jump in after you, Robyn, to just support Tony. If this is a decision that you feel is good for you, you're in the right place, because that collaborative nature that you are so used to in the military is present within Only the Inspired, because as Robyn said previously, the different coaches can refer to other coaches, and there's no skin off of your back, number one, but also number two, as Robyn said, I actually am a business management and marketing consultant. So LinkedIn is just one of my services, and it's a service that most people are somewhat familiar with. So that's why I kind of lead with that. But I have nonprofit management experience, and I have connections with those who are serving veterans that likely know the routes that would make it a lot easier for you to get where you're trying to go in serving them. So I'd love to be able to connect with you and be able to help you maneuver those waters as part of being in the community of Only the Inspired.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Jacqueline. I really appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to getting your help.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I appreciate you sharing. And as I've done 100 coach calls in the last couple months, and it's affirming when you get people shaking their heads, and I've had people clapping, I've had people sing praises to me, because it's so needed in this space. Not that I'm anything great, just that somebody's doing something different that kind of breaks the mold of how everything's been working in the coaching system. If I can support as many coaches as possible to then help all the people that they want to help, the impact is so much bigger than anything I could possibly do on my own. And I don't want to do it all on my own. I want to collaborate with, I crave those deep conversations and the people who really want to make an impact. And just like what you were saying, and helping the homeless vets and stuff like that, if I can empower you to then help that huge audience that you want to help, and if each one of the coaches and the members that are in Only the Inspired, if we could expand their impact, holy crap, that's exactly what I want to do, is just empower anybody to either, first of all, break through their crap, right? So a lot of, I can only imagine what kind of a shift it takes to be in the military and go what you guys go through and deal with the PTSD. I've never experienced trauma, anything like that, but we do have trauma coaches on the site. And if we can help those people overcome those, then that opens up their future, right? Sometimes the trauma, the PTSD stops people in their tracks because it's scary. I couldn't imagine what you guys do. I'm not brave enough to sign up for the military, but if we can help people overcome that and then expand their lives, sometimes it's hard to expand unless we actually deal with our own internal stuff. So this isn't just a course taking platform. This is a coaching platform. So it's going through the crap, and then it is, helping you learn and grow and expand in impact. And so,
it's a great solution to the problems. It's a lot of problems, and you seriously, the thing that you've put together it's great solutions, and the coaches that you've gathered so far and everything. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. These are things that I think about as well, and I just hadn't been able to, put anything together like that, because I'm thinking, like in the military, if you have this issue, you have that issue, or you need to make something happen right then and there. If you don't have all the problems and everything like this, you have leadership that you can immediately get to and and then you prosper. Being in the military, you have they put you through school and everything for one job, but when you get that job and everything like this, you probably get 10 to 15, maybe 20 jobs added onto that once you get to your permanent duty station and everything. You have, everything under the sun that you have to go through and everything. And pretty much you accomplish that, because everybody is one, so I was taught, your team is only as strong as your weakest link. So we always try to strengthen up our weakest link and everything like that. So everybody is pretty much on one accord and we can do things in a timely fashion and everything for the mission. So, and I've missed that so bad as being a civilian. I've been out since '96 and I'm 56 years old. But I just miss camaraderie. I miss good people, like-minded people and everything like that. And it's so hard to find in the civilian lifestyle. So, and I've been out since '96. So you can imagine, that's been years on, that I've been going through, like missing, people to, kind of like, let's get this done. If I don't know the answer, we can go to this person or something like that. It's really tough. Like you said, you have to spend so much money in order to get access to those type of professionals and everything. And this right here it's a great problem solver for that.
Thank you. Well, and you also solve a problem yourself. So the reason why it took me 5 years to launch this program is so, I started, it was funny. I searched so long on what I really wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be a coach and I wanted to make an impact in it. I was still kind of searching, right? I picked relationships because they kind of make you pick one. Now you don't have to pick one. But when I actually came up with Only the Inspired, and I feel like it was the first download I ever got, then I knew this is what I wanted to do. So I started the steps on how to do that. But the first website guy that was referred to me said it would be $25,000 to build the platform, right?
Right.
I was in total debt from buying all of these courses. I was a single mom. I probably had a credit score of 5 something. And so there was no way that I would be able to get the funding to do it. And so I had to put it on hold. And then last year, so I mentioned that we launched this last year. Last year, I reached out to him. It's like, okay, what would it take? Because I had all of these coaches raise their hand about wanting to get interviewed. I'm like, wouldn't it be great since I have 70 coaches that want to be interviewed? And it's all about the value of coaching. What would it take to actually launch the site? And so when we launched it, we tried to force it so it wasn't the whole 25 grand. I still didn't have the 25 grand, and I had tried Indiegogo. I've tried lots of different things, and so that funding part is really important.
Yes.
That people don't know how to get, and I was one of those. Anyway, so we launched it kind of bare bones, and then it was under construction all last year. So that's why we're relaunching this year. But that funding part, even, last year we tried to I had no business credit. And so people really need a little bit of help in that area. And I love what you're doing. So you can help a lot of people. So Dominique, you're saying you're having problems with your mic. Do you want to type in any questions or comments that you have? And so while we're waiting to see if she wants to type in any questions. So we do have some specials going. Well, our normal, if somebody wanted to be a member, it's 2 weeks free, and then it's $127 a month. As you saw, as I was showing, that little Christmas pop-up keeps coming up. The current amount of clients, we are just getting started with the members. We just opened the doors actually a month ago today. And so right now I'm focusing on getting the coaches until the end of the month. So like I said before, and I don't know if you missed it, when we have the coach and their specialty, so let's say Tony became a coach and his specialty is business loans and business funding. Once we have that coach with the specialty, then we can market straight to the people who want that kind of coaching. You're in real estate. So real estate right now, I don't have any coaching on real estate. I have been a real estate investor and a real estate agent in the past, and I would actually love to have real estate coaching on the site. But just like anybody else in any business, you might need confidence coaching. You might need strategies on how to build your real estate. You might want to hire a virtual assistant to help you with your real estate stuff. So you can learn all of the stuff from the coaches. We all have, whether it doesn't matter what career we're in, we still might have issues in our health and issues in our relationships or anything like that. And so as a member, obviously you get all of the coaching. As a coach, you also get all of the coaching, but then you qualify for the revenue share. Where are you located, Miss Dominique? And I loved real estate. So when I was doing real estate as an agent, it was right in the middle of, so it was 2012 to 2014, right? Southern California. Gotcha. It was right in the middle of all the foreclosures and the short sales. Not the best time to be in real estate, but I love real estate. Started in 2007. Yeah, so that was actually a downtime in the market too, or was that right before the bust? Yeah, so you've been through it a couple times. You have your own brokerage. Nice. Have you heard of Than Merrill and the Fortune Builders? They're in San Diego. They were actually part of, they were one of the, you've been through most of their classes. Yeah, so they were part of the Flip This House. Yeah, awesome. Yes, and I've met Than Merrill and Conrad, and I actually have a picture. So 2010 was my first online, or my first basically internet focused event that I went to, and it was Info Empire in San Diego in 2010. There's a picture of me and Conrad and Lewis House, and Lewis House was the LinkedIn guy back then. So he has grown so much since then. But anyways, 2010, I did my first flip too. Awesome. Love that. So I would love to have real estate investing courses or anything like that on here. Coaching can be in any area, but as you know, as any person, all of these areas you could get that coaching and help you expand and help you move forward. Did you have any questions besides the current amount of clients? Like I said, we just relaunched, and I'm focused at until the end of this month on getting coaches. Do you have any other questions besides how many clients we have? And I do have, since you did, and I'll send, we'll send out the recording so you could see my whole presentation, but then there's also videos on the site also that kind of go through the same process that we did today. So you didn't miss out on anything. We'll just send you the recording.
If I can jump in for a sec, Robyn?
Yep.
As we all know, this time of year is when everyone is reflecting back on what worked for them, what didn't work for them, what they want to do differently for the new year, and planning forward as to what is going to be for them in the new year. How are they going to achieve the goals and plans and resolutions and all those things that we all tend to do at the top of the year. And of course, that happens to everyone every year. And what happens every year? Most of the time, we don't fulfill the things we set out to do because we don't have the right support. As Tony talked about, having the right support is so important. So when Robyn now shifts her focus from gaining the right coaches to be on the site to now gaining the clients and giving the exposure for clients to now access all the wealth of knowledge and information that all these coaches have to offer, this is where the floodgates are going to open and all the people are going to say, what's going to be different this time around with this resolution, this goal that I'm setting? It's having the support. It's having the coach to help me to keep consistent and actually know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and all the other details that go along to achieving success. So January is when the floodgates will open for promoting to the clientele, the registrants, the people who will be seeking coaching in this new, very dynamic Netflix style model, to be able to say, this is what's going to make a difference for me. This is where I can make the most for my dollar, where I can get coaching in multiple areas, nonstop, as much as I want, as much as I need, and be able to achieve all that I want, all that I need, and even figure out some of the things that I didn't even know that I need, and it's all there in one place. So it's a one-stop shop for all that you need to succeed. So I would encourage you as a coach on the site, I need to get my things up there, but as a coach on the site and supporting Robyn in this vision that she has, this is the time to really take advantage of her discounted option, because it's a great discount to be able to come in outside of the regular price, because come January, it's going back to the regular price as far as I know, right, Robyn? It's going back to the regular price. So this is the time to take advantage of that, but also to be able to have one piece of your business fairly much taken off your plate. That marketing aspect of getting new clients. This is going to be an opportunity that's going to bring in new clients where you don't have to work or spend those marketing dollars and marketing efforts to get them in the door and access to your information. Plus, you'll get to know all the other coaches, and as they get to know the services you provide, they will likely refer people that they are engaging with that seem to need your particular service. So it's that camaraderie, as Tony has talked about, that he wants and needs, and it's something that we all need from a marketing standpoint. And that's not to say that you won't market for other aspects of your business in other ways, excuse me, but this is just one aspect, whether it's for your total business or for support or additional funds into your business. It's just one more thing off of your plate that you don't have to worry about, but one more addition to the growth of your business.
Yep. Well, and it brings an audience to you. And so I didn't mention Mastermind. I'll talk about the marketplace real quick. So the qualifications for the coaches, honestly, I do not require people to have certifications, anything like that. Most people have years of experience, whatever they become a coach in, right? Tony Robbins doesn't have any certifications. If you have them, amazing. What my goal is for the coaches is that you can communicate and that you can focus and you can actually help the people. And honestly, for the most part, only the inspired is for those people who aren't ultra successful. Right? There's a lot more of those people who aren't ultra successful. It's not because they aren't great coaches, but because their marketing and their tech are not where it needs to be. Honestly, marketing is the game. And so I'm trying to eliminate that game, and where you don't have to worry about that. So I personally, I believe I'm a great coach. That does not mean that I was successful as an individual coach, because I was struggling with the marketing thing. And so just to lay your stresses at ease, I'm not the marketer for Only the Inspired, because it was not my thing. I want to stay in my genius. And so I'm going to hire the people who their genius is marketing, and they're going to market for the platform. Yes, there's mastermind meetings with the coaches. So the masterminds, if you're a coach, we have weekly coach connect calls where all of the coaches get to talk to each other and meet each other. And it's not all about only the inspired. A lot of it is, all right, I'm struggling with this in my business. And, it is a giving thing, we're coaches helping each other, and it doesn't all have to be focused on only the inspired. Lots of times we work on other people's sales pages or their messaging or whatever, just to help them with their business, because that was a huge part for me that was missing out there in the market. So anyways, going back to the marketplace, because we're at an hour now and I want to respect your time. I don't expect coaches to have their high ticket program on the site. I do expect them to give amazing value and actually engage and help anybody who comes to their coaching. Once they get a taste of their coaching and they fall in love with them, it's like, oh my gosh, I want to see what else I could get from this coach. I love what they're doing. I want to go into their deeper stuff. I am going to have a marketplace on the side. And this is one of the cool benefits that I don't even have on the site yet. And I need to put that on there. So most programs have an affiliate system, right? Where if you help me sell my high ticket program, I'll pay you 25%, right? So I'm doing an affiliate program where I pay 25% month after month. But say it's a $2,000 program, they pay 25% commission, that would be $500. Well, instead of me taking that commission, I forward that discount to any of the members and the coaches. So not only just because they're only the inspired member, now they'll get prices on all of these high ticket programs or strategic partner offers cheaper than they could get anywhere else, because I'm not taking the affiliate commission, I'm forwarding the discount. And that is by itself, hands down, multiple times pays for your membership. So I don't know if that helps at all, but yeah, so I don't expect people to have theirs.
I got it working. Yay.
Don't expect people to have their high ticket programs on there, but they have the ability to sell that and actually get people into their higher ticket programs. And it's a huge benefit for the members.
Okay, so we are allowed to transfer into high ticket to not necessarily sell on here, but we are allowed to,
right?
If somebody asks for it.
Right. Yeah. So I don't want, because I want people to say, okay, I paid my $127 a month, and now each coach is pitching me on their higher offer. I don't want.
Yeah, I know.
But it'll be connected to your coach profile, and then where people can actually see that you have a different offer in there, and people could join your Facebook groups or whatever. I want to empower the coaches to grow and expand their business. Obviously, if I could have 50 highly successful coaches on the site, that only benefits me and that benefits everybody else. And I don't believe, and some people worry, right? What if I have the same programs on your site that I have on my site, but they're different prices? That doesn't bother me at all, because in my eyes, we're not competition.
Well, yeah, because people are going to connect with your personality. So it doesn't matter. Even if everybody was teaching on the same thing, you're going to connect more with one person than somebody else is. So
exactly. Yeah. Yep.
Even in real estate, I've always been non-competitive. It's like if we all work together, we'll all make more money. There's enough for everybody.
Oh, there's plenty. Yeah, there's plenty. Yeah. And it takes away a huge stress, and it takes away the scarcity model. It's like, well, I don't want to, lose this person. Well, you're not losing anybody. You're staying in your genius. They're staying in their genius. You do something that they don't offer. There's plenty to go around. And
if you lose them, you would have lost them anyways.
Exactly.
Because there's a disconnect somewhere.
Yep. So we do have a Christmas special where you could give a gift and get a gift at the same time. So it's a 3-month program. It's $247 because I figured it's easier for somebody to give the gift of inspiration, a 3-month thing, than it is to pay $127 a month ongoing. If you're interested in being a coach, I have a coach page. I'll put the link on here where I actually go. It's a 30-minute video where I go into everything that is expected from the coaches. And then there's the button right there to buy. So right now, basically we're launching, right? So I launched last year, but we're launching now. And so we're new. And so the coaches who join me now will stay at that price forever. Obviously, when we get to the point where we have 10,000 members, the coach price is probably going to go up. But the ones who join me out of faith and belief in the system, they will never be charged more than what their initial fee was, which is great. But let me get this. Coach. All right, so if you want to find out more and go through the video of what it means to become a coach, I go through a lot of the same video here. And then I'll get my Calendly link. So if you want to book a call with me, we could do that too. Sorry, Calendly login. Sorry, I should have had this ready. All right, login. Oh my gosh, technology. Any other questions? And I know we need to cut this off.
No, that was about it.
Okay. Yeah, so when I first started buying courses, that's when I first ran into Dan Merrill. So
At the time I started Dan Merrill's project, I couldn't afford most of their coaches, and I ended up being able to hack their site.
Huh.
And I got most of their courses for free, well, except for their big ticket items.
Gotcha. So there's my Calendly link if you guys want to book a time with me and we could just go over any thoughts or ideas. And then there's also the coach enrollment link right there. So there is that full video on that page where you can go through and see what it means to be a coach. And it's really very low time commitment. I really wanted to support the coaches. I expect them to go live 2 hours a week per course or live coaching that they have, and then be engaged a little bit in only the inspired and stuff like that. What?
Is that normally two 1 hours, or is that 1 2 hour, or does it matter? Or
I would prefer 2 1 hour, and to try and stagger that as much as we can, time zone wise, because I have coaches in New Zealand and Australia. We have East Coast, West Coast, and just to try and get as many people as we can to be able to join live. Yeah, and 2 hours a week commitment, and then some sort of engagement with only the inspired. So, the coach calls and being there, so we're all on the same page, and events that we have going on that just expands your reach. And then also if, people want to just sign up as an affiliate or even as a coach or a member, I could do a presentation to your whole audience where that's all directly connected to an affiliate link for you. So if you have a bunch of people that you know that you think might be interested, I could just do a presentation for you or for Tony or for Jacqueline to your audience, and that would all be affiliate commission. I want to support you guys, which would bring in that money, and then it also brings in the members to Only the Inspired. So yeah, I want to make it as easy as possible and supportive as possible, because out there you're fending for yourself, and now you don't have to, because fending for yourself and spending, I've spent over $100,000 on programs, and it's ridiculous how much money you got to spend. It's ridiculous. And so I wanted to break that mold because it's not working. It's working for the ones who are collecting all the money.
Right.
But I want to make a much bigger impact than by doing it on my own. I think all working together, the impact is so much bigger, and it's supportive and it's affordable for anybody.
I'm in one right now that's like, oh, if you want to make more money, just raise your prices. People will see more value if you're more expensive. Okay.
Yeah, and people have been saying that for years, and and I get, as a business coach, possibly even for sure a real estate coach, you could get that money back. As a health coach or a relationship coach, if you're charging $1,000 a month, there's no financial gain. If I could prevent a divorce, yes, it's absolutely totally worth it. All the anguish, all the expensive stuff of splitting everything up. But business, at least there's a way to get that return back. But yeah, everybody's jacking the prices up. And, I've been on several things where people go, I help people reach 6 and 7 figures in
Oh, is Terry here? Okay.
in
I
a
gotta go.
year. And it's like, have you ever done that yourself? So yeah, I don't like the whole high ticket thing. Anyways, thank you very much, Dominique, for being here. And thank you, Tony, for being here. And please reach out to me. We have the calendar link and coach enrollment link. And then if you just want to be a member and get the coaching, absolutely, because it's fabulous. And the coaches that we have collected are amazing. And there's more that are not on the site. I have 3 right now that I need to get their content on the site. And I'm expanding. So I very much appreciate you guys being here. And
I'm excited to see what it entails.
awesome. Thank you, Miss Dominique.
I appreciate it as well, definitely.
Yes, thank you very
Looking
much.
forward to collaborate.
Perfect. And we will send you out the recording, so you'll have that and you can watch that. And then reach out to me if you have any questions, and reach out to Jacqueline. She has decades of experience with nonprofits.
Sounds great. I screenshotted everything. So
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you. Have a wonderful Christmas, and enjoy the warm weather while you got it.
I will. And you all too. And happy holidays to you and your families.
Thank you. All
Take
right.
care. Great to meet you.
You as well.
And thanks for your service. Appreciate
Oh,
you.
thank you. I appreciate it. You
All
guys have a great afternoon.
You too. Thank
Take
you.
care.